Like if we all get too hot, like we can just jump in the shower together.
Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. Today is a very special episode. I will be playing third wheel with the two lovers, Ben Potter and Ryan from Curbside.
My flies are undone.
Mate, yeah, here we go.
I'm getting excited.
Oh, thanks for having me back, lads.
Mate, we've been buzzing for this one. It's been literally, well, by the time this comes out, it'll be roughly a year.
Yeah.
What's the date on that
No,
one?
it's 2 years. 24.
No, I think,
Unless there was one in the middle.
no, I think Ben's like special needs because we weren't even in this unit on the 13th of the 8th, 2024.
Mate, to be fair,
We moved in August 2025.
That's just the dyslexia kicking
Yeah,
in.
yeah. Too much cock on the brain. That's what that is.
What, he weren't here on the 8th for the 13th month?
He might have been, but we weren't here. Neither was that board.
Well,
How did I do that?
welcome back, Ben.
Thank you, mate. Thank you.
So, it's been a year.
Hang on, before we get into all this,
Yeah.
Ben's just done his 9 dart challenge.
What did he get?
We're still looking for a sponsor for the 9 dart challenge, so lads, ladies, hit us up. Ben scored a very... How do you think you done? This is like post-edit magic, so you know how you done, but pretend.
Oh, no idea.
No idea.
Oh,
Do you think you done well?
Somewhere in the middle, maybe.
Somewhere in the middle. Good, that's good, it's pretty good, isn't it? So Ben, you scored a very impressive... You weren't bottom. You weren't second from bottom. I'm not going to do this.
I'm going to do this. I'll help you out.
Go on. You scored a very impressive 106
Oh!
points. So we're in the triple digit club, which puts you in 5th place.
There you go, just above me. On top of me.
We should work out what the highest possible score would be. What's 9 times 60?
208, isn't it?
That would be nice if I'd
9 times 60 is 540.
540, so 540
Mate,
is like
540
literally
is
the
crazy,
top
isn't
score.
You know.
So we're all going to like drink loads of cider and like fuck later on, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
Can't wait.
Mate,
How quickly
there's
do you
so
reckon
much
we can
chemistry in
cancel?
this room. So much chemistry in this
I
room.
get so excited when Ben comes down.
Mate, you just love Ben.
I just love cock. I mean, yeah, Ben.
Have you still got a photo of him in your wallet?
It's for a screensaver.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
no
we
way.
don't do wallet pictures anymore.
No?
It's too hot and
Not,
sweaty.
what about sun visor?
Well, I'm not always in the same van, so I might make Elliot uncomfortable. Just a half-naked man on the sun visor. Right, so Ben, you've had a meteoric year.
Yeah, it's been going. It's
I
been
can't
good.
remember the exact numbers from the last episode, but I believe you might have been nearing 1,500.
I think it was 1,1400, something
Yeah.
like that. We'd just sort of. I can't really remember either. I think we had either just hired or had hired our third guy, and now we're at 2,230 odd customers and just hired the 5th guy.
So we're 2 staff in 12 months
And 1,000 customers.
1,000 customers.
Yeah.
Now I know we're not going to go into the nitty gritty because there's some secret sauce going on there, but without sort of giving anything away, how difficult has that been as a process? How expensive has it been? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what I've spent. I mean, I've probably this year committed to spending about 70 grand. So, but that hasn't been fully realised yet. Like the leaflets was about 35, 40 grand.
and have you had an update on how many have gone out? On
Yeah, so
so what's the total?
'Cause
Was it 450,000?
I did 450 this year.
That's a lot less than previous years, isn't it?
Yeah, so I put more money into digital this time, but I also switched to a smaller leaflet, different design, and used door to door instead of Royal Mail. And the using door to door, I don't think I would do that again. I think I would definitely go back to Royal Mail for all of its flaws. Like they,
You know, 50% are going out.
yeah, I know that a percentage is going out, and it's not that door to door isn't doing it. The big problem with door to door is just how slow it is, like painfully slow. I think they've just about at this point after 3 months got half of them out.
Okay.
After 3 months?
Yeah, and the problem with the way I do my rounds, because we jump between towns, like
You need to know when the town's getting hit.
Yeah,
So
'cause
you can fit in the.
we're like 2 weeks past doing an area, and then people are getting leaflets and they're calling up, and I'm having to say, well, we're going to be 4 or 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Whereas with Royal Mail, like they all go out in like a week, 2 weeks max, and
Clean Marketing is the only dedicated window cleaning marketing agency in the UK. We work with window cleaning companies to help them build their round using Google and Facebook ads, along with providing ongoing support to help their marketing be successful every time. Over the past year, we've added over £1.5 million per year to our clients' rounds. We don't just run your ads, we create entire automated online booking systems that follow up and nurture your leads into becoming a customer, even whilst you're sleeping. We only work with one cleaner in each area, and spaces are filling up quickly across the UK, so claim your area before it's gone. Check our availability in your area and book a demo on our website at www.cleanmarketing.co.uk or call James on 01 225 234 456.
Because I sort of plan them ahead of time.
Yeah.
Like I know that 90% of everyone that's going to call has already called me before we get there. And then you might have a few drip feeds after that, but there's not much you can do about that. But with the door-to-door, it's just been a bit chaotic, to be honest. And then going to the smaller leaflet and the changing the leaflet design, I don't know. The problem is I changed too many things at once, so I can't
track what.
So
you went from an A3 folded to an A5 double-sided?
Double-sided, yeah.
So this is what I'm considering doing.
Yeah.
What would you say
I'm not
hasn't been hugely impactful, or would you say...
Definitely less return than previous years, for sure. Like, definitely
But
less.
then that could be because of door-to-door.
It could be. But to be honest, in hindsight, and listening to Ollie's thing, actually, when he was talking about the photos and things like that, when I really looked at my leaflet, it's not the most inspiring design I've done. Like, it doesn't immediately tell you what's going on.
Right. So what did you... Bare bones of it.
Yeah.
What was the... price list still on there?
Price list on the back. Front was just, potter's window cleaning, your stages of what, how you sign up, the stuff that most people do. But I think you can just overlook it, basically. The big leaflet, I think, would just grab people's attention because of how big it was.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, what the hell is this? And because it folds out, it was just this human nature thing to open it, right? And then there was images and everything else.
Yeah.
So I think there's an element of both there, but I'll never know now unless I redid door to door with the old leaflet and then door to door with Royal Mail with the new leaflet. But it's all right. It's all just learning curve. Is it still wasted money, but
financially worth it? Do you think?
Not how it is at the minute. No. Like the cost per customer is.
You're getting up to my figures.
I'm pushing it. I'm pushing it, mate. Like,
I'm still top spot.
Yeah, it's not good. But if I look at so I track all of my customers individually based on their lead source, right? And then that's sort of put, the marketing spend is sort of put towards all those different customers. If I look at my average over the last 2 and a bit years marketing spend, my average customer cost is like 43 quid.
Across everything,
every customer. But then if you take the blended cost, which accounts for the churned customers, it's like 78.
So it's it was almost 50%. Because we had this conversation yesterday, and I treat, especially Facebook, the majority of my customers come from Facebook. I treat them the same as Canvas customers. Like, I'm going to lose half.
Yeah.
And that's why when it gets to 40 quid CAC, I turn them off. Because I think that's like £80 really in layman's terms. Like, that's too much to be paying, really, I think.
Yeah, I mean, the best thing to do, and the way I look at it, is you take your customer's lifetime value to CAC ratio. So you basically work out your customer's lifetime value. You can do that by dividing 1 by your churn percentage a year. That will give you the number of years that your customer will stay with you. Work out your average per clean price for a customer.
And what are you hoping for when you get them figures? What are you aiming for?
So the ratio that it gives you is so mine is 3 to 1, right? So for every £1 that I put into marketing, I get £3 back. So in my mind, that is how I operate by it. As long as I'm positive on that front.
Mate, that's
and it's
phenomenal
good.
figures
So-
to work out, by the way.
But
Well
yeah,
done to you.
let me just finish how you calculate it, because you can get the completely wrong figure if you don't. So you get your average per clean value, you then times that by the length of time the customer's going to be with you, so that's your total customer average lifetime value. Take off your cost of sale and your VAT, and that'll be your calculated value for that for an average customer, right? Mine, you just got to take a tiny pinch of salt, because for me, like, my churn is like 35% a year at the minute, but that is so artificially increased because of the volume of customers added over the last 2 and a bit years. If you were a more established, like 5-10 year company, like, your churn rate might be 20%, and then your customer lifetime value could be pretty much double what I'm looking at, right? So then that ratio changes massively. But that's the way I look at it. If you put £1 in, I'm going to get £3 back in gross profit.
Just to kind of like zero in and just like make it watertight for anyone at home trying to work out, when you say lifetime customer and you say like the time they're going to spend with you.
If you're sick of spending your evenings buried in messages, spreadsheets and chasing payments, this one's for you.
Get Soapy is the app built for exterior cleaning businesses to help you manage customers, schedule work, and most importantly, get paid on time. It's basically a CRM, but for the people who don't care what CRM stands for. You just want something that keeps your jobs, your rounds, and your admin in order.
With Get Soapy, you can manage all your customers and jobs. Keep your rounds organised, send automatic messages, and take payments online by card or direct debit, all within one app.
Direct debit is built in, so you don't need a separate GoCardless setup, and it's cheaper per payment than GoCardless is, which really adds up over the year.
It also helps you stay on the right side of GDPR and making tax digital.
If you're newly started, you could get up to 100% off with the Get Soapy Kickstarter program. And if you're running multiple vans, the Pro plan is built for teams.
Head to getsoapy.com and use code UNCLEAN for 20% off your first year. That's unclean at getsoapy.com, and we'll pop a link in the description.
How can you calculate that? Because they might all leave tomorrow.
So, well, yeah, I mean, you could.
It's an average.
It's an average, right?
Of the time they've spent.
So based on previous...
So you can
Data.
You just divide your yearly churn by 1, and that will give you the number of years that it would take at that churn rate for you to have 0 customers.
Oh, okay.
So then you can work out what like the average lifetime of a customer is. It's an average, like it's not a definitive thing. Obviously, if you start like doing a really shit job, that's going to be completely different. But
There's a lot of factors that can change it, right? It's
and the truth is that like there's a large proportion of your customer base that will stay way longer than the average, right? But it's just trying to have a sum that you can use to work out a baseline. It's always a little
You
bit
got
of estimates.
you got to base something on something, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Makes
exactly.
sense, yeah.
basing
Totally.
it on that is better than basing it on the made-up number. What's the... Is Facebook still the king of getting new customers for you?
It's definitely better for me now, for sure. I mean, it's always been good. Like my average was always around like 30 quid, but I've just put a much bigger budget into it now. So
Okay.
I'll spend about 45 grand this year on Facebook
Total, or from this point on?
from April, but I'll just keep running it. Like, no, sorry, not total to this point, but in total for the year,
Yeah.
I'll just leave it running at that.
What's that on like a daily spend?
It's about 120 pounds, something like that. Yeah. In the winter, I'll probably drop it a little bit, but I just think people turn it off too early. Like you were saying, I know you were saying about getting to 80 quid, but if my customer lifetime value is 300 quid, like maybe it's okay to spend 100 quid,
Yeah.
200 quid on a customer. Depends how quickly you want to grow, how free money is to you, I guess.
At what point would you turn it off? Like, at what point does it
Yeah.
get to you where you're like, I can't keep it like this, just doesn't make sense? Because realistically, yes, your customer lifetime value might be £300, but you're not going to spend £200 on entertaining a customer. Realistically,
you're
right?
I guess anything over sort of £150 for a customer is starting to get just you're wasting money, right?
Yeah.
Especially if you don't have a a large, because if you've got a very set budget, you want to use that to the best that you can, right? So there's no point wasting that funds if you could save it up and then use it for like better times, I guess, or different areas. But I'm not really that restricted on the spend, and I guess that's where I differ a little bit, because I can commit that and I can commit to the other things without that sort of hold back. So I'm willing to push that envelope a little bit higher than most, I guess. But yeah, I think anything over probably 150, if I was to put a number to it, would probably start to be a bit like...
But you're not seeing that at the moment?
No,
not even close.
Not even close, no.
Beautiful. So we're looking at average of like 100 new customers a month over the last 12 months, right, ish?
Over the last 12 months, yeah.
So you've added about 1,000 customers, yeah?
Well,
roughly.
So, yeah, my average new customer a month, if you actually look at the average, is 100 a month. But the bulk of it comes from like April to... So how over the last, say, 6 months then, or 4 months? Since we've been adding about 300 customers a month for the last 3 months.
So 300 a month. You've got 5 guys now.
Yeah.
How difficult has that been for them?
So
is it?
I mean, shout out to my guys, because I know that they're probably watching it. They are absolute troopers, and I really appreciate all their hard work. Like they've been doing 10, 12 first cleans a day, every day, pretty much for the last 2-3 months, and it's a lot. And I mean, it's my fault ultimately, but a little bit slow on the hiring on the 4th guy. Although when I offered him the job, he turned around and said that he's got a month's notice, which was just like, that's a bit painful. And then the 5th guy offered the job a couple of days ago. That again, the problem I have, like, because the guys I got at the moment are just so good and they get on with each other like a house on fire. I'm really cautious about throwing like a bad apple in there that's going to rock the cart, or just not pull their weight or not get involved. So like I'll go through 300-400 CVs and just be really particular about it. And in the long term, I think that'll benefit me, but in the short term, it's just been a little bit painful, because we're like been falling behind on the round. Like we're like 8-9 week for a 6 weekly at the minute. It's just like... So
how is it playing a part with the culture in the business, with their morale? Are they finding it difficult? Do you cycle them off? So you say like, look, you do 3 weeks on first cleans, and then you have like a week where you just do the regular stuff?
No.
So sort of...
it's literally just taken off the top of the pile.
Right.
Or off the map in the way I do it, and it's just you're landed with what you're landed with. But because we do the same thing as Abacus, where it's these are just your jobs for the day, and then whatever's left you sort of muck in and help the other people finish.
Yeah.
No one's really ever left out to dry. I know it's not fun doing first cleans and it's a bit of a ball ache, but I would say that they're all pretty much even on that front. Except for Liam, who's an absolute animal. He's like a dog.
He goes for it, yeah?
Yeah, he's like your Elliot. Like,
does he? So with that setup where you've got, everyone's just doing the work. Why has my brain just gone absolutely blank?
Think about that. Your 300 CVs you go through.
Yeah.
How long does that take to actually onboard someone?
In terms of like going through the CVs, or
just from like putting the job out there to being like, right, we want to hire someone.
So I'll leave the Indeed job up for probably like 3-4 weeks, and then like once a week I'll just go through the CVs, and I'll normally end up with like 10 people that I've shortlisted on there. I don't know if you used it before, but you can just go through and you shortlist people in there, puts them in a different category, and then I'll go through those and I'll pick out, I don't know, 4 or 5 out of the 10 to come in for an interview, and then hopefully pick one from that. And I just...
What do you look for when you're shortlisting CVs? What jumps out here?
Not jumping jobs, so staying at a job for a couple of years at least. Definitely some sort of physical work, ideally outside. But if you've worked in an office your whole life, or you've just sat in a van driving around. I just don't think it translates. Like, I need someone that knows what graft is, knows
Understands
what it's like.
speed, yeah.
When it's like 3 degrees outside and the wind's going sideways across your face. Like, you need those people that are willing to accept that. You see it on the Discord, like, people hire them, they seem great, they come for a trial, and 2 days in they're like, oh, it's too hard.
Yeah.
And you just think, well, what did you expect? Like, so yeah, it narrows down to a very small number of people, but I'm very quick going through them. Like, I'm literally looking at the dates and then what sort of job it is and just quickly ticking them off. Like that bit, I don't read really any of the CVs unless they interest me.
Really? Do you not like catch up on what their hobbies are or anything like that? Nothing? Don't care?
Check if they're on Grindr.
Check if they're cute.
Yeah.
Could you ever love me? Mate,
Yeah.
what?
It's an interesting process, I think, hiring someone, because you're ultimately looking at a bit of paper where they're selling themselves, right? So it can be very difficult to pick. I know, like you said, like people come in, they start, and then within 2 days they're like, yeah, they're no good. But ultimately they've given a list of their best traits, and like, you know, they've probably left off, you know, the 2 jobs that they only done for 2 weeks because they are fired.
Yeah.
You know.
You know the thing that always gets you an interview with me, if you call me, like, if you call me up and just say, I'm calling about a job, like, I just say, what's your name? And I said, just look out for the invite. Like, I just, by default, I just give you an
Or even
interview.
if there was an office worker.
Yeah. Just because I just think you've had you've put the effort in.
Yeah.
And that to me is like a character trait of someone that's like willing to do more than everyone else.
So it's not just like physical experience. It can be character traits as well that you're looking at.
Yeah, so for sure, like, attitude is everything. Like, you can't be some athletic guy and just be miserable and not fit in and just have an issue with everything.
What is it you're looking for to get them to fit in with the other guys? Because you said like they all get along really well.
Yeah.
So you've obviously nailed something that works, you know, to a certain degree.
I guess I've just hired people that I get on with. I guess that's like the easiest way to explain it. Like, if I feel like I would get on with you and I hire more people like that, then they probably will get on with each other, right? So, but it's really just like the attitude of, like, I'm willing to just work, like, I'll do what I need to do to the best of my ability without complaining, and then go home and just expect to get paid for it. And
what have you found? What sort of jobs have people done in the past that have translated to good window cleaners?
Milkman. Phil was in the army. James used to travel all around doing like fire alarm shoots, like in big tower blocks and stuff like that. Like, horrible hours, horrible travel.
Yeah.
Staying over in Scotland and all that sort of stuff. So basically, just like people that have had miserable jobs, I think.
So
like,
this is like the nice thing that I get with Elliot, right? So his last job, he was fixing Velux windows for Velux Window Company. So they'd maybe go to a job in Oxford, drive 2.5 hours. It'd be raining, sit in the van for 15 minutes, and then come home.
Yeah.
And he was like, it was just like, and his boss treated him like shit.
Yeah.
And I think that I think that's like for me, that would be like a huge part of what I'm looking for when I'm employing someone, like, especially in the interview process more so, you know.
Yeah, if you can put up with a crap job.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, like, window cleaning is not the best job in the world. It can be good, but it's hard.
No, but I think with what you pay as well, it's like top echelons of. It doesn't really get much better, you know, as far as. You know, you could go work for probably 10 other companies, you're going to get paid less, it might not be as organised.
Yeah,
you know.
I actually want to try and implement, and they're going to be watching again, so don't hold me to what I'm saying here yet, but I want to implement some sort of stretch goal for the team. So doing it, again, differently to normally where it's like individually targeted. I want to have a team-based target where we can push them up or give them a percentage of that overage to what, like, the standard value that you want them to achieve.
Right.
And I think that might be.
So what, like, so the baseline's like 10k a month each.
Yeah.
So if they do a month at 51k, they'll get a percentage of that 1k split between the
or
5 of
something
them
along
or
those
whatever.
lines.
Yeah.
Just so as a team, and it's a team thing. Again, trying to like have this group mentality instead of individualism.
How important is that, do you think?
I think it's really important. Like the amount of times that the guys have been saved by one another during the day that ordinarily they would not have finished the jobs because
How good is that?
for
That's
whatever
brilliant.
reason they've had just really shitty first cleans, or the houses have been awkward, or whatever it might have been. Like that, I think if we didn't do it this way, like easily could have lost $4,000 this month in like stuff that wasn't done.
And that's just the lads pulling together.
Yeah, because someone has a fucking easy round, like
Yeah.
on new build site, or they just happen to be easy jobs, and he's finished an hour early. Well, and then it saves the guy's bacon, right? Like
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just, in my mind, it just works better because two houses are the same, no two rounds are the same. So even though they're 500 quid in value,
Yeah, one
they're
can take
not
you all day,
500
one can
quid
take
exactly.
you. Yeah.
And it just evens out that variability in the day, I think.
Yeah, I think I really like the idea of the whole team. I do like the idea of you work hard, you get rewarded. But I do also like, I think it's, long term wise, it's more important to have that team culture
Yeah.
because
Well, they can get rewarded. If I implement this, they will get rewarded for going above and beyond. But also, it then starts to become self-policing in terms of if someone is hired and they're not pulling their weight, well, everyone's going, well, you're fucking up my bonus.
yeah.
Or the team's
totally,
bonus. And then it's... Because you can come to work and just decide to do the bare minimum, right? But if the team is sort of saying, like, we want to hit this, come on, and there's like a bit of a competition between themselves, but like it's a one for all target to try and achieve, it doesn't become toxic.
Self-policing as well, to a
Yeah.
degree, innit? It does make a lot of sense.
Do you implement any other like bonus stuff?
They get lots of random Starbucks vouchers.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
is that for like reviews or?
No.
So any,
Hey guys, it's Tom here from CleanLink. Just a quick one for you all. If you're looking for heated water systems, we've just released our brand new CleanLink Thermoflow systems, which are diesel water heaters. We have a 5 kilowatt version, we have a 10 kilowatt version. The 5 kilowatt is for a single operator and the 10 kilowatt is for a dual operator. These are some of the most cost-effective diesel water heaters on the UK market, and they will absolutely be a game changer for your window cleaning in terms of the speed at which you can work and the quality of your clean as well. So if you're after one, you've got the 10% off discount with the Uncleanables discount code, and we can get that made up for you and change the way you clean windows. Cheers guys.
anything specific to that,
I mean,
or it's
'cause
just like they've had a
officially-
good day?
Officially, you can't give tax-free vouchers for any reason.
Oh, really?
It has to be random.
Right.
So officially, no reason. But one might like do it if they've had loads of first cleans and stuff.
Right, we've
Just
blocked
worked really
HMRC
hard.
on YouTube. It's fine. Like, I know.
But officially, it's just random.
Yeah.
Like it's just random gifts. But I must have spent well over £1,000 on vouchers at this point.
Where are you getting those vouchers from? Like, if someone wanted to do that for their staff, where?
Just like there's a site called giftcards.com, I think.
Yeah, and then you just buy them.
You just buy them, yeah.
And then that's the tax write-off for you as a business.
No, it's
No?
not a tax write-off, but it's non-taxable from the staff's point of view. So
Right.
there's no PAY or NI on it.
Right.
So you can just give those as many as you want, but the wording, like it has to be for a non-work related thing.
Right.
So
Sexual
birthday,
favours.
sexual favours, wearing tight trousers.
Slowly bending over and picking up pencils.
Yeah.
Maintaining eye contact.
Yeah. I prefer it when they don't look. Makes me feel a bit uneasy. But you know what's annoying me? Like, I had a really good question about.
Is it still not come to you
It's
yet?
not come to me.
What was
It's
the
in.
subject?
It's in this. It's flowing. It was
What was
something
the
to do with the first cleans. Something to do with the first
How
cleans.
do you implement them?
No, I'm sure it was something to do. Maybe if I just like chat bollocks, it might just come back to me. I'm sure it was something to do with if the guys are all doing first cleans, and then they're all helping each other out. Do they ever get like? So like, I always go and help Elliot out when I can, right? If the day dictates it, we always try and finish at the same time. Or if like today I finished, he had like 2 jobs that are a 10-minute drive above the town. It's like, I'm not coming to help you to do one of them. Just go and do them 2. They're like next door to each other. But like if he had 5 left, I might have knocked out a couple of the closer ones instead of driving to the town. But like if he had 2 first cleans in those 5, and he's like, "Here, can you just do my first cleans?" Like, I'm going to be like, "Fucking, I've done 5 today already." Like, I don't want to do that. Like, I don't mind helping in. Is there like a tier system where it's like, that was it? How are you implementing? Is the admin on you to arrange who's helping who after someone? So they call you and you're like, they're like, oh, "We're done. Like, who needs help?"
Yeah.
And then you're like, "Right, okay, let me have a look. Who's got what left? Blah 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 blah. I'll move." Are you doing that, or are they arranging that themselves? Are they looking at the list going like, "Oh, you know, Phil's still got 4 left, but Dave's got 10, so like I'll knock out some of Dave's. Like, I'm not going to go and help Phil even though he's closer to me."
Yeah. So the good thing with Squeegee is the like real time swapping of jobs, right? And then with the GPS trackers, but I just near the end of the day, I'm just looking who's running out of jobs, and it might even be that I give you jobs before you've even finished.
Right. So you are doing the admin on that.
Yeah, I'll just switch them over, and it'll just be what's the most efficient, right? So it could be that the chap 20 minutes away has got 5 jobs, and the guy 5 minutes away has got 2 jobs. I'll give one of the jobs that's near you to you, and then when they're both finished, they can then both go together, right? So it's and help finish the rest of the jobs.
Right.
So it's still always based on what's the most efficient job for him to go to next. It's not, "Oh, he's got more, I'll send him that way." Because the more of them are finished, the quicker I can then split off the rest, right? So
Is it? Do you think that's something that you could get them to do between themselves?
No. Well, they do when I'm not available, like if I'm away or whatever, they do just phone each other. But the problem is if they're cleaning windows and stuff, they miss the calls, and then they're having to copy and paste addresses to each other. It's just way easier if I just do it myself.
Would you look at implementing one of them or someone else as like an operations manager that takes that responsibility on?
That would be more office.
That's hard to do when you're on the class, isn't it?
Yeah, it would be office based. So.
Because sorry, let's touch on that. Last time that we interviewed you, I'm sure you were having an office person start, and I'm sure Jake told me they lasted a week.
No, they lasted they lasted months, but Vicky just went off and did other things basically, so she just moved on, and I just never rehired that role basically, because in the grand scheme of things, it was way too early. It was. I was getting way ahead of myself, thinking, "Oh yeah, I'll just
wanted to like kick back."
Because I knew Vicky, and I knew she'd be good, and I knew that in 5 years' time, I'm going to be really happy that I had her. But when she left, it was just like, well, to be honest, it doesn't make sense to have this person. The amount of admin that is actually required doesn't need her to be doing that job full time. Do you know what I mean? So I just never rehired for it. I might need to look at it again because I don't know if you want to move on to this bit, but with the setting up a new location, so a new hub, which is on the cards.
Explain that in a little bit more depth quickly. Just just drop that on the people.
I currently have a unit in Bedford, and I guess that's hub 1, and then we do like Peterborough, Luton, Northampton, Milton Keynes, and we just shoot off from there. And the idea is to open a secondary hub, which would operate from completely different location, completely separate.
How far are we talking?
So they'll be interconnecting, so the edge of each round sort of circle sort of touch each other, but the actual cleaning staff would never interact with each other. And outside of
like if you
Christmas
absolutely
parties.
needed someone to, it's like an hour's drive rather than than.
Well, certainly on the outskirts, right? If I needed them to help with Luton, because one of the locations is Potters Bar or St Albans, that sort of area. They could
probably go the other way, I reckon. Don't be coming too close.
They could get to Luton fairly easily, so there could be a bit of crossover, but it wouldn't.
And how? Be an emergency. So I know it's early days, but how would you look at implementing that? Are you going to go down the route of maybe buying a 3-4 van company to hit the ground running, or would it be like just going to take what I know works, pump a bunch of money into it, you know, do 1 million leaflets and have a 50 grand a year Facebook spend, and just like nail the year one, you know, go as mental as possible. So presumably you'd want an office staff member before you make that jump, because the admin would then be like crazy, right?
Yeah. So both of those options are on the table, really. If there are any, and you're right to say free vans, I think that's sort of the sweet spot to buy someone at. Less than that, you're at too much.
Less than that's no good. More than that, they want too much money.
Yeah.
They're too emotionally invested.
That's it. So the sort of free van mark would be ideal, really. But I would be wanting to buy everything, like the company.
Yeah.
The vans, the brand, the website, the whole shebang. I wouldn't want just the rounds. But yeah, that's certainly on the cards. But if that doesn't pan out, then it would be a case of, I'm going to look for a unit, suitable unit, set up that, get that lease, and then just go mad with marketing initially.
What are you leaning towards in regards to that? What do you think your preferred route would be?
I mean, if I can buy a free van setup, then that would probably be the easier thing, to be quite honest with you, just to have something ready to go and just move in and then just put my marketing
That's
into
ideal,
it.
no? That's perfect.
So if you was to buy it, no, we're talking hypothetically here, but I like getting into this shit. 3 van company, we could be talking like 150 grand to 300 grand turnover, depending on how they're set up, their prices.
Yeah.
What's more important to you? The infrastructure of how they're set up. So like could be three staff working and the owner's off the tools, or profitability?
The infrastructure.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it can be changed, right? Like the hard bit with opening a new location when it's like an hour and 20, hour and 30 from where I am, is just the remoteness of managing it. So if you can skip that beginning awkward bit where you've got one guy in a van that then decides to disappear 2 months later and leaves your van parked up on some random road, like you're sort of stuffed, other than just going and staying in a hotel down there for a month or something. So if I can skip all that and have free vans that are just working, the rest of it you can fix later on down the line.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it would just be a case of run it for 6 months and then just
switch
let
it all
everyone know
over.
that we're just tell the customers, we're having a rebrand.
Yeah.
You don't have to sell it as we're selling or we're moving or changing, because I think that's, if they can keep the same bank accounts, the same everything, same direct debits, blah blah blah.
Would it be the same bank account when you buy a
could run it
company like that?
separately, yeah. I think I would probably run them on separate bank accounts anyway, because then you can
track it better.
You can track the individual locations separately. It would still ultimately be the same funds, right? Because I would just, if I was going to do that, I would just set up a what's the word I'm looking for?
Umbrella?
Yeah, it's not umbrella though. Like a
To do with banks or
the
companies?
word's gone from my head. When you have the company at the top and then that company owns all the other
Subsidiary?
Or shells?
Shells? No, Shells different.
It'll come to me randomly. But basically, I would set up a new company that would then own
The two
I was window
companies.
cleaning that one.
Did you say
So
subsidiary?
It's not subsidiary. Holding company. There we go.
Holding
Yeah.
company.
I just set up a holding company that would own both the companies, and it's all the same money. It's just different pots. But from an accounting point of view, I think it's better to have them separate anyway, so they, earn their own keep. And it's
Yeah,
not
you want to
one
know
that's
which
funding
one's
the
like
other,
making
and-
money or not as well.
Yeah, but it ultimately just slashes into the same place.
What
anyway.
made you settle on that geographical location?
It's just so where I am, there's not a lot around unless you go either down south towards that area or up north towards Leicester area. Like they are my two only options really, down here or up there.
Would you not consider just doing a completely different, to like someone like Ollie who lives 4 hours, 5 hours away from where he operates? It's doable.
It is, but I just
So
think
like, you could look at going to, Western Supermare,
yeah.
or,
I mean,
that
I
sort
think
of
it
area,
just,
Ipswich.
I mean, that's the long-term ambition, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not do 2 and stop at 2, but I just think it makes sense to hopscotch from location to location, and then, if both those locations got big and you hired an area manager, they can then manage those 2 areas. If you've got one here and one here, you need 2 managers. So it's just more efficient.
But then, arguably, do you physically need to be there?
Not me, but if you've
Like, you're not going to be checking.
But if you've got 10
houses
staff
one
in
by
each
one.
area, that's 20 people. You need some sort of presence there, right? Whether it's a senior person within the
Yeah,
cleaning
but would you
team.
not have like office staff? So you'd have some ops manager.
No, I'd have those in Peterborough.
So they'd all be. Or the
In the
office
main
would just
office,
be in.
Yeah.
Right.
So I would have one set of office staff
Right.
that's centralised, whether I had 2 locations, 1 or 20.
yeah.
The office would just be, because it's digital, right? Like you don't
Yeah,
need
yeah.
to be in the physical space.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Doing any of the physical work. But in terms of managers that deal with the cleaners and speak and whatever else to them, deal with physical problems, like you need that presence and just having them grouped, because who knows, might come after Abacus next, and then it's just hoppy scotch, right? So you're just going around, and you need less people to manage that.
He's just grabbed his car keys, mate. He's in his car right now.
How big? If the right opportunity came up, and someone with a 7-van business came to you on the site,
It depends
Opportunity.
what they want to offer, right? Like you can finance it all, and I can put some money down, but if they're going to come to me and say like I want 2 million quid, I'm not going to spend 2 million quid. Like if it's worth it, I'll like.
what sort of 7-van company doing 700 grand a year? How much do you think that's worth? Owners off the tools, office staff member,
yeah.
running the admin,
Where would you be happy?
7 cleaners.
I mean,
They're all doing 500 quid a day. It's profitability's there, numbers are there.
well, how much profit are they doing?
Depend on the X's, right? But like the price of the jobs are good. The workers are hitting 500 quid a day, with ease. Is a tight run ship. It's working. The office staff member does bulk of the admin. The owner just oversees, which you'd be easily take over. What would you be paying for something like that?
Well, if they were doing like 200 grand a year profit, I'd be paying 3 to 4 times that,
Yeah.
plus the cost, any assets, so
Vans
and
and
everything else.
Yeah.
But it depends. Like if you ask Ralph, he's offering like 5, 6, 7 times your monthly revenue. So I don't know how that.
That'd be about the same, wouldn't it?
Would it be the same?
So 200k, say 3x is 600, plus assets, which wouldn't be huge.
Yeah.
But like 6x, 70k.
Yeah, but I think that the one thing, the one like glaring benefit to me buying your business is, or someone buying your business, is that if you just sell me your round, you're going to get taxed, corporation tax if you're a limited company, and then personal tax, right? So it's going to, depending on how much you get, you're going to be in the 50% range for total taxation. If I buy your business, your limited company, you're going to pay 14%
Tax, yeah.
from business asset disposal relief. So I could offer you less than someone,
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it
that makes
works
sense.
out better for you.
but you end up with a lot more in the end of it.
I had this
right?
conversation. We had this conversation with
Yeah,
the other day.
yeah.
You weren't keen.
We was talking about buying rounds. It'd just be interesting to get kind of your input on it, because
Yeah.
it kind of gets to a point where it's just not worth it, and it's just not. It's
So
just
you've not really
not a
bought any
sound
rounds, have
investment.
you?
No, and I don't think I ever would just buy the round. I just don't. It doesn't appeal to me at all. I'd much rather have the whole structure.
See, I think a lot of the time, the rounds that get offered to us, there's not a structure in place. So it's not worth. There's nothing worth anything other than the round. The round is the business. The problem we've come up against is anything under 2k a month. Generally happy with 3x, maybe 4x, depending on how compact it is.
Got more.
No, go on, wait, you crack on. It's your one. I've got a special for you. I've got more downstairs. I'll drive your Tesla, don't worry. The problem we come up against is anything bigger, people want more money. But realistically, I think there's less fish in the pool willing to buy it.
Yeah.
Like the power dynamic changes, the bigger you are.
Yeah.
So
But you're buying time, really. Like, I think realistically I could get to pretty much any size that I'm willing to push to, right? Like, it's just a case of marketing time
yeah,
and infrastructure. So at that point, I'm buying either convenience or time saving. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like skipping the queue, skipping 4 years to get to that point or whatever it is.
But that puts a better price on it, surely not.
Well, better price
it
for
would
Ben,
do,
but
yeah.
not necessarily for the other guy. And like the dynamic of buying around just becomes really difficult when you consider the seller has this group of people that are happy with him. From his point of view, I've got 500 customers to sell. Here's my 500 customers. But from the buyer's point of view, those 500 customers isn't 500 customers. You're going to lose some of them. Some of them are going to cancel on you before the first clean. Some of them are going to cancel after the first clean. Some of them aren't even going to pay you.
Yeah.
Which he was willing to wait because he knew, that was his auntie's best mate, and she'll pay whenever, or she'll pay after the fourth. She'll
That's my
pay 4 in a
cousin,
row.
yeah.
I'll do 4 cleans and she'll settle it up. It's not a problem. Like, we don't operate like that.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not paying you for that shitty customer.
It also depends how flexible they are, right? So if someone is just like, I want 100% of the money up front, no questions asked, just the whole lump sum, you're going to get less than if you're flexible and you're saying, right, I'll take 20% up front, I'll take the rest 6 months after a handover, and I'll take the rest over a 2-year period. Like, you're going to get offered more for that flexibility, right?
Yeah, literally this conversation we had, didn't we? I said, I'll give him what he wants. This particular guy I was talking to, I'll give him what you want, but I'll pay you over 2 years.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm like, but you're not going to get what you want.
Yeah.
And like, ultimately, he was like, this is going to be what's left after we've taken what we want. It's going to be like the bottom of the barrel work. I mean, it's all pretty much good work anyway, but
Yeah.
it was like, you're telling me it's like the worst of what you've got, and you want strong money for it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It don't stack up, mate. I don't think.
There's a middle ground where it does work,
Yeah.
for sure. But like,
My very small experience with buying rounds already, just like in the last, say, 90 days, I don't think
there needs to be
I don't think
flexibility.
they work that well.
I think from the
Not in
seller.
General, unless you get them for a good price.
Mate, it's like people just get so emotionally invested in it. And it's like, no, like this is my livelihood. I want X amount, and it's like,
It's
right,
not-
okay. Like when you break it down, it's like, mate, you're just going to pile on a load of. I'm not saying it's all shit, but you're just going to pile on. There's people in your squeegee that are like nightmare customers, mate. You chuck them in.
Yeah,
You'd
yeah.
throw them in.
just
You'd be like,
sell it,
yeah,
yeah.
mate, yeah. I've got this amount, and then like you've just given 3 or 4 or 5x for it, and you're like, mate, I've just given you like
Mate,
$100 for that customer.
Yeah,
and he's just gone.
I paid Adam for a customer that I'd already cleaned before, who had cancelled on me and not paid me. And then I cleaned it again, thinking like, I'll give him another chance. And then he didn't pay me again.
And then you got angry.
And so he had 2 Veluxes added since we cleaned it, and he was like, you didn't clean the Veluxes. I was like, they weren't there last time we cleaned it. And he was like, well, yeah. I was like, look, don't worry, don't pay for it. It's fine. I'm just gonna walk away. It was like more for you. Like I've been there and I've done.
Hi, it's Billericay Cleaning and Supplies. If you don't know us, we build and supply water-fed pole systems, RO units, van setups, static systems, all the gear window cleaners actually use day in, day out. The main thing with us is we're not just shifting boxes. We customize and build systems to suit you and how you work, whether you're just starting out or running multiple vans. Everything's built to be reliable, easy to maintain, and made to last. We're based in Essex, but we supply across the UK, and we are always happy to have a chat and help you figure out what setup actually works for you and your business. If you do need anything, check out Billericay Cleaning and Supplies and use promo code UNCLEAN for a discount. Right, let's get back to the episode.
Yeah.
Like, I shouldn't have taken it on.
It's also just like 500,000, whatever it is, people's emotional reaction to just this new random person.
Yeah,
turning
people
up.
don't like
It's
change.
just,
People don't like change.
any excuse to just bin it off.
But I think sometimes I think the offer that I particularly put forward can come across a little bit harsh, but ultimately it means that everyone's happy. So if you've been completely honest and you've told your customers up front you're retiring or selling up or finishing whatever, and that a new company's going to come in, like, are they happy to continue? If they're not, you don't include them in the list of customers you send over to me. You'll get your 25% up front or 50% up front, depending on the value. The rest of it will be paid over 4 months.
Yeah. But that's
And
fair.
we're going to remove everything off
Yeah, that's fair.
that's not real.
Yeah,
Because if you were buying a company, right, that did a lot of commercial contracts, the first thing you'd be doing is removing those contracts that were either coming to an end or had cancelled, within that financial year that you're modelling for the price that you'd offer, right?
Yeah.
Because you could have a business doing £1 million a year, and 200 grand of that is from commercial customers that have expired, right? Or are going to expire in the next 12 months. You're immediately going to remove those customers from the modelling, right? And I think that's exactly the same principle. Like, these people are not going to, I'm not going to do anything with them.
No, and ultimately the seller wants you to pay for someone that you're never going to clean for.
Yeah, you keep them. If they don't want to change over, you keep them.
Yeah,
and
or they go into the ethos.
Yeah.
And you might be able to win them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you're retiring, and like ultimately, if you've been upfront with your customer, like they're not happy to take on the person who's buying, they want to make the decision for themselves, then they wouldn't be included in that list anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, why should I pay for them just because you've included them, even though in reality I'm not buying them.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
No.
And like, I think for me that works. And if you're willing to fit into that bracket, I could go to almost any value.
Yeah.
Because it works.
Yeah.
But you know,
so yeah,
it might need a little bit of tweaking, but
in the Leicester area or St Albans and Potters Bar sort of area, just hit me up.
Minimum 3 vans.
Yeah, ideally minimum 3 vans. You got to have some sort of management accounts.
No pen and paper, no.
No
You're
pen
not
and
happy with
paper,
that?
no cash, man. Using Squeegee Cleaner Planner, something like that. Like, just be a proper business, and I will offer you real money.
How quickly do you reckon this is going to come to fruition for you?
I mean, if I don't find anyone, because the plan was to start writing letters to people in those areas, just from searching for the companies. But if nothing comes about from that, then, or nothing sensible, then I will just do it myself. But
and then timescale on that, you thinking?
I want to do it next year.
Here we go.
So once the summer period's died down and I can start hitting the road and looking at units, and I need to just scope out the areas, because obviously I don't live in these areas. I have no idea about them. So, I think just driving around, getting a feel, because some areas it's just like zero access.
Mid-terrace.
Street after street after street after street.
That's Westcliff.
Or they're semi-detached
Southend,
and everyone's extended to the point where there's no access anywhere. Which is, it's funny, because the areas we operate, that's not really a common occurrence. Like, it's very rare for people to have extended so much that there's no access, but the London areas, it's a bit more commonplace, isn't it?
Well, Surrey seems to be a gold mine for compact houses, but with access.
Yeah.
And who all, for some reason, want window cleaners.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone seems to be doing really well there.
Weird.
I look at that Window Brothers Instagram, and I don't know whether it was just for the skit, but he'd done the skit about calling the customers about to come through the house. And I thought it was interesting that at 5 vans, they're still willing.
Definitely got to 5 vans.
I don't. I'm going what people were saying. The videos on Instagram is one guy, and then I see one video with 2 clean window vans and 1 gutter van. They've only got 3 vans, but it's. I just find it. I would love to get them on to talk about it, but those challenges that you take on when you're smaller and you're trying to grow, you sort of put up with.
Yeah.
Then as you get bigger, you sort of go, right, this is an issue. I can see this becoming a problem, and they've sort of gone against the grain a little bit on that.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to find out their thought process on that at some point.
You have to. You have to be brutal with customers. Like, if they don't fit into a system that's just consistently repeated, like, they just have to go.
Yeah.
Like, all this, like, can you come after 10? Can you do a Tuesday? Can you come through the house? Like, don't get me wrong, we have like a handful of people where historically we still go through the house and stuff, but they've historically been good payers and don't really cause much fuss. But generally speaking, like, new customers,
you won't take a one now, though. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
we've got a couple that have been on the books from when I was on my own.
It's like they don't rock the ship.
No.
The guys turn up. They're
always
in.
home. Yeah,
it's a straight door through, but
Where are you at for leaving the gate locked?
In terms of like how often it happens.
No,
what you charging full price?
At the moment, it's just half to our minimum. So whatever our minimum is /half.
Yeah.
but I should probably.
See, have you got the data on that? But it's very difficult
I
to
don't
track.
actually.
I reckon
I could probably get it.
It's in the tens of thousands in a year.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably not. I reckon.
It could be a staff member's wages worth of money.
At a guess, I would say, like, at the bare minimum, it's 50 quid a day. Like, bare minimum. Because it's always one or two, right? Like,
Mate, even that's 12 grand. What is that? 12 grand a year, yeah.
Yeah.
50 quid a
So
day.
it's a lot.
Mate, it adds up so quick,
It
doesn't
does.
it?
And I always overpack the days to allow for those sort of things. But yeah, the odd occasion when the guys have accidentally like closed the job before I've changed the price, like most of the time no one says anything. So I'm sort of thinking maybe you just don't say anything.
So the guys don't see the prices on their forms?
No, not a standard, no. But I mean, they can see the leaflet, right?
Yeah.
The prices are there. They can work it out. But it's not that I'm hiding it from them.
No, see,
Did they ever mention anything?
Who, the guys?
Sorry, bro.
Yes, that's right.
Did they ever? Yeah. Did they ever like people ever bring it up and be like, look, I'm earning this much, or work it out and come to you?
No, because I'm very open with them about like the costs and the profitability of the business, the reality of
it's
what
like,
goes
mate,
into it.
I made money in 3 years. What are you talking about?
What money? Yeah, I'm just bringing it in and throwing it out the door.
Yeah, brilliant,
like,
mate. Yeah, you have a go.
No, I'm really honest with them, and like I'll show them the accounts and stuff. If they ask me, I'll show them. Like I haven't got a problem with that. And when you actually
The big red like numbers in brackets.
big red numbers.
Who's Neil and what's he doing in my bank?
Yeah, but because you'd be surprised. Well, I don't know if you'd be surprised, but most people just don't understand like the costs that are associated with running a business. And when you break it down for them, like, okay, here's the £500, take the VAT off, then take your costs off, then take this off and that, like, and this is what we're left with, and you give them a £10 note, and you're like, the fuck?
I think most business owners don't understand that.
Probably.
And like the difference between like even one van and two vans, the cost wise when you're talking like employers insurance, my employers insurance went up like 60 quid a month
Yeah.
just for the privilege of having Elliot on
Yeah,
board.
mate, 3 jobs in it.
HMRC gets 500 quid from me and Nest get another 150 quid from me just for the privilege.
Yeah.
It's like now I'm like 700 quid down.
And you ain't paid him yet?
Yeah, I haven't paid him yet.
Yeah.
That's just having the staff member, not including his wages. Then you've got like the extra running costs of the van. You know, when you get to multiple vans, you're looking at fleet insurance, which inevitably first few years is definitely more expensive than insuring just one or two.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm super fair. Like the guys are on 36 grand a year after their probation period. And I want to get that to 40, and I've said that to them. Like I want to get them to the base level of 40.
What have they got to do to get to 40?
Well, I'm not. That's why I say I want to get them to there because I haven't run the numbers properly yet. I'm not ready to give it to you yet, guys. Please don't come at me. But when we do get there, that's the sort of level I want them to be at.
So there would be like a consistent level, X amount of years with the business.
Yeah, whether that's like half made up of like an increase in base salary and then half made up of like a bonus system.
Yeah.
But I think at that sort of level, you're in the territory of like this is a really good career.
Yeah.
Like I can like raise a family and like I can live well on that sort of wage, and your opportunities to go and hop around at different jobs sort of diminishes, which is the selfish thing that I want, which
absolutely.
is like retaining people as long as possible.
Yeah, if they want to go for a different job, it's like you've got to take a pay cut.
Yeah, and because it's a ball ache. Like it is a ball ache getting new staff and retraining them, and then they end up not being good or whatever else. Like I want consistent staff that stay with me for a long time. They reap the rewards, and I get the reward from their hard work and their knowledge and their experience and everything else. And it's just like this symbiotic sort of relationship where I'm not being super greedy, and you feel like you're not being hard done by.
Yeah.
Mate, that makes total sense. I wouldn't put that down to greedy at all.
No, but it needs to.
Especially when they see you like crying in the corner and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it keeps them quiet, doesn't it, from telling the real stuff. But I have to. They're not going to know the context of that conversation, so they're just going to think that's really weird. But it does need to stack up, right? Like the company still needs to make a decent amount of profit. One, to keep me motivated, and two, to fund the growth and the continued
I had this conversation with Elliot before we started filming this. I said, look, it's going to be really fucking hot. We've got a bunch of first cleans. I said, I'm not going to break your back, but we still need to bring in 500 quid a day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm happy to drop from the 600 that we're aiming for, but there still needs to be, like, it doesn't work unless we're doing this, but I can give you a little bit of leeway. And I think that's, like,
Yeah, it's fair.
that's ultimately, like, the best you can do, right?
Yeah,
You're paying them for a job. The job needs to be done.
And unfortunately, summer is like
Yeah.
peak season, right? And
Sometimes it's
hot.
going to be shit.
Like,
But we get 6 months of the year where it's like really mild temperatures
Yeah.
and it doesn't rain. So
yeah.
like half the year is great, 3 months of the year are fucking horrible, and the other 3 months of the year are equally horrible, but you're wet.
But I'm finding it's getting easier and easier and easier to do these numbers though, because the round is getting more and more and more compact.
Yeah.
Like it's come like before, because we're operating from 5 major cities, right? So like last year, 3 vans, 5 major cities. Like you're talking about a sliver of a van per area, right? So it wasn't efficient at all. Like we were driving 5-6 minutes job to job sometimes at the beginning, but it's now getting to the point where the guys, once they're where they need to be, are probably travelling like a total of 10 minutes in the day between jobs. Like,
Yeah.
and it's more often now that you're getting a job next to a job, and a job here, job across the road, job around the corner.
Are you doing anything to compact those jobs like manually, so like leaflets either
No,
side, or
it's just-
is it all just like
It's just throw mud at the wall
Yeah,
and
yeah.
take everything that comes your way. And I need to do some clearing up actually, because just naturally it's just creeped. Like some of the jobs have creeped outside of the towns and areas, and you got this random job in this tiny little village. and
yeah.
It still sort of works, but when you add up like, oh, it's 10 minutes there, 10
Yeah, it
minutes
doesn't make
back, that's a
sense.
job, right?
Would you canvass them, or would you
No,
cut them?
I'll just get rid of them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I need to probably winter time. That's when I'll decide to cull a lot of the stuff that just isn't worthwhile. Because some of you do have to leave it a little bit to see what happens. Because there's an area that comes to mind that was exactly that. It was like 15-minute drive to the job for a 25 quid job or whatever, and then 10, 15 minutes back, right?
Yeah.
But now we've got 7 there. And this is a tiny village, so actually now the guy spends like almost half a day there. So you don't want to jump too early on like killing it an area, but sometimes like some of them have been around for a year and no one else has come about, so it's just
you've got plenty of people around you that are smaller, isn't you, that you talk to that you could just pass them off to, I'm sure.
yeah. I mean, they probably wouldn't want it either, to be honest. But yeah,
I think they'll take what they can get at the moment.
Yeah, Jake and that.
Yeah.
So Jake, yeah, I had
He'll love that.
I had the 2 Jakes and
Casey.
Casey,
Yeah.
around the unit.
Who was your favourite?
No,
I'm joking.
Who's got the biggest cock?
Small Jake's come back twice, so you know.
You're keeping him sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's. I think it's nice to get rid of those. You're right. If you've got to drive 10 minutes, even I mean, you said like you've gone to an area 10 minutes away. You've now got 7. Even sometimes that can be worth getting rid of. Sometimes.
Well, maybe, yeah.
Because
What,
it's
7
like,
minutes? You reckon?
Well, no. If it's 10 minutes out there and you've got 7 jobs,
Oh, sorry.
it's like.
I thought you said 7 minutes.
What we find is if we've got, so we try to stick to the round schedule as much as possible, and I try to not deviate from, if you book in, if we're in, say we've just finished up in Chelmsford and Whittam, if someone books in for Whittam on Tuesday next week, they're waiting 4 weeks. Like I'm not going out my way to go to Whittam to do that job. If they don't like it, not a problem, find someone else.
How long does it take you from here? Give the
45
people-
minutes.
That's a 45-minute drive.
You know, and we might be in Malden on Monday, and we might be able to fit it in, but it's still an extra like 15 minutes from Malden. And like, I try and not deviate from that as much as possible. But if we do that, it kills a day. So like, if we're in one town in a day and it's all regular work, we can hit 600. Like, fairly easy. We're not back at 4 o'clock. It's between 2 and 3 finish. No one's like keeling over. It's all right. If you've got to add even one job in another town, you're not hitting 600.
Yeah, because
Like that extra, because although it might only be 10 minutes from
No, it does
from
knock
the
you
town
out.
you're in,
Yeah, it knocks you out.
you might add another 10 minutes driving to it in the first place, then you've obviously got to do the clean. So you might, like, you know, say it's the first job, one job, you're not actually getting to the area you're cleaning until 9. And then all of a sudden you've lost an hour in the day.
Yeah. Mate,
that hour could be 3 cleans if you weren't leaving the area, but you've only done 1.
It's momentum as well. You lose momentum.
Yeah.
But your head. Funny enough, I actually had it today. The sat nav, for some reason, it sent me on. I was meant to be in this little town, and then I jumped on the motorway, and I was like, "What am I doing here?" You know, like for that split second, I was like, "What on earth am I doing here?" I had to literally turn around, go on the roundabout, come back again. By the time I got to the next job, I was 15 minutes late. I was furious.
Yeah.
I was like, mate, that has just ruined my vibe. I was like, get back in it, like pull it back, because otherwise my whole day's ruining, and then I'll be like just bumping curbs and everything.
It's easy to do though.
But yeah, I was like, wow,
knock you off your stride.
Gets in your head big time.
If you can hit a stride early, and it's like you know, between a minute and 2 between jobs, like you're absolutely fucking killing it. You get a couple on the same road, and like
here we go.
You're winning.
So I moved to Jobber all of like 2 weeks. For switching back, just because the payment system just wasn't working great for me. But the thing that I really loved about Jobber was the timing of the jobs that you could then, through the API, use to like monitor the time it takes you to clean those houses.
So you could like link it to the van tracking or something?
No, so they had automatic tracking and stuff like that. And I know you can do it with Squeegee, but the problem is I can't take that information and use it in any like.
Right. How does it track it on the completed job? Like when you swipe, the job's done.
You might need to turn it on your setting, but there's just a little play button. When you open the job, you just press the play button, and then when you press done, it just stops the timer.
Mate, how clever is that?
But that's on Squeegee as well.
Yeah, that is clever.
It's useless because the spreadsheet monster that Squeegee gives you, it's just like, I think it just dumps like the random jobs that it's very unusable. I need to speak to them, see if they can make a separate report for me or something. But the idea is that I wanted to get like the profitability of every job, because there are houses where you're like, I'm creaming it here, right? It takes you 10 minutes and you charge them 25, 30 quid and you think, fucking lovely. And there are jobs where it's 20 quid, 25 quid and you're there for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, and you think, how? And it's just either awkward to get around the place, or they're awkward windows, or they're just whatever. I really wanted to be able to just rank those jobs and either just price rise those ones that are at the bottom, or just get rid of them, like if it just doesn't make sense. And I think that something that I really want to try and push to do later on is, well, I wanted to do it last year or this year.
Dennis, who came on with Jason, he done that, didn't he? I'm sure it was Dennis.
Yeah.
He tracked every job.
Yeah.
He's at a comfy place. He got to a point and he stopped. He was like, I'm just happy where I am. Yeah. So he's round, he's cream. He's like, he turns away work and just swaps it where he needs and sees fit. Makes sense, yeah. He plays around a lot. He's a good guy.
Because I think that makes a massive difference. One, your staff finish earlier because they're going to hit the targets easier when they're not getting those crappy rounds because they're up in the price. And two, you're just going to make more profit, right? Because the areas that are doing well, you don't necessarily have to price rise, so you're not less likely to churn those good areas. And you're only going to churn the ones that realistically you don't want to do anyway, because it's not.
Is it? So I ask Elliot to do this. He sees the prices, right? So if he turns up to a job and he's like, "This is low," we put it on a list. Yeah. We put a note in the squeegee, and then when we do our price rise, that house will get a price rise.
Yeah.
That would be, I guess, the downside to your guys not seeing the prices, because then they don't know whether it's underpriced or overpriced or whatever.
Yeah, so that when they go to a house and they think like this was a ball ache or this is a monster, like a big house, then they will flag it to me that this is either a ball ache because of XYZ reason or it's just huge. So there is that element of it there. But I think the problem with that model is that when you've got 5 people, you've got 5 people's opinions on what is underpriced or not. So I don't know, I'd rather it be like just mathematical that on average over the last 5 cleans it's taken X amount of time, which is X amount of staff hours.
Yeah.
And it, this is the margin that you've made on it.
It does,
just rank them by
the mathematical approach does make more sense.
Does it get to a point? So, bit of context, I had 2 people call me this week that I binned off the round. Stupidly, I didn't tell them, I just ignored them, right? Hopefully they go away. Classic, like my legs in the gym.
Yeah.
So they both rang me and they said, "Oh look, like you haven't come for a little while. Can you come?" And I was like, "Yeah, no look, I'll have a little look and I'll let you know, right? Mate, why I bury my head in the sand, I'll never know, but I'll do it. And in my head, I was thinking, I'm just going to go in with a stupid price.
Why did you bin them? Just because they're underpriced?
Dude, like one of them's...
Was that not paying you?
No, right, so, okay, one of them's a detached bungalow, right? Detached bungalow, then she's got a lean-to on one side, so you can only go in one side. You go in, and there's just no exaggeration, there must be 14 Veluxes on this house. But you can't get it because there's houses either side. You have to bring a ladder in, bring the ladder all the way round up one side, and then all the way around the other side.
It's not in South Woodham, is it?
It is in South
That's the
Woodham.
one I fucking binned off of Greg. I'll bet you.
Oh no, I had her for my first leaflet drop. So unless you've done
that
it...
was before your first leaflet drop, I'm sure.
Yeah, well then it's her.
100%.
Yeah. Is there like 14 Veluxes?
Yeah,
dude, yeah.
And then she wants the glass lean-to roof done every time as well.
Yeah,
bro, it's the same job.
Right, so I was like...
No, this is blowing my mind.
After like 2, I was like, this is too much, right? This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, imagine walking around like a little skinny passageway with a ladder. Mate, there's ivy getting caught on the ladder, like it's hurting your shoulder. It's horrible.
Yeah.
And I was thinking to myself, just go in at like 45 quid. But then you're sitting there thinking, am I kind of giving in to myself? Yeah, I might just go in at 60. I was like, am I just giving in to myself, or am I kind of missing the point now because my emotion's stepping in?
No, that's worth. That job's worth 60 quid.
Right, okay, yeah, so just go in.
It's probably worth more than 60 quid. Like, if she wants like the Veluxes and the lean-to done, it's like probably close to an hour's work. It's probably even more than 60 quid.
Any job you have to get a ladder off, like really, you should be adding another 8 quid.
Yeah,
like,
I
just
hate
for
getting
getting
the ladder
out, because the time it takes to go back, grab the ladder, bring it round, get up the ladder, do the job, put the ladder back, like...
Greg texted me about that job, so I mentioned it on
Who
the
is
pod.
Greg?
The guy we met the other day. Come to the office.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So he texted me, because I mentioned it on the pod, and he went, yeah, fuck, that was a ball like that job. And
Mate, if he's watching this, he's going to love it.
They used to do it.
Nah, mate, it was on day one, it was like, this is too much. Mate, she's got like a lean-to, right?
You've got to go in next door's garden.
Yeah. Mate, she's got a lean-to. She's got a lean-to with Veluxes either side, right? So do it. But obviously, whereas the lean-to is completely exposed, yeah? All open timber. She's like, oh, you're not going to do the inside? I said, if I do the inside, I said, the water's going to turn the wood black. I said, you're going to have the hump with me. No, you're right. I went, no, I'm not. I said, because when the wood goes black, I said, like, then we're going to have a fight, aren't we? No, it's fine. Can you do it? I'm like, mate, I'm not doing the inside as well, bro. It run up on my system as like a £24 clean. I was like, bro, I've been here 2.5 hours. I've got to go. I hadn't, but...
No, but mate, it's a wild job, that one.
I got the neighbour, I picked the neighbour up, I canvassed the neighbour, lovely.
Yeah.
So I was like, boom. And then I was like, it's not that bad anymore, but now I'm like, I'm done.
So did you give it for 60 or...?
No, that's what I was
Mate,
having
I might drop her a DM. Just be like, ha ha ha. Now.
Well.
Yeah,
These are the consequences of your actions.
So you're one of these people that adds to the statistic of when people go, oh, I had a window clean, but it just stopped turning up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but like, I think this one's on her.
Mate, you've never seen a place like it. You couldn't put any more Veluxes on this house.
60 quid and she didn't go ahead.
Yeah.
Then Dan's come in at, I started off the same price as you because she booked in on my form.
Yeah.
So it was like 24, 26 quid or whatever.
And then when you pull up, you're like...
And then she's like, and I'm like,
Do you want to see a
I've
magic
done it
trick?
this time, but if you want it done going forward, it's this price. Oh yeah, no, we'll leave it. Then she's done it with you and then you've stopped turning up.
Yeah.
Put in the comments if you've done it as well.
Yeah. Mate, I think we're all a bit guilty of it.
But it's just, it gets to a point where it's like, just going crazy then, I guess. Because ultimately, it's still down to finances, isn't it?
I think the problem is, though, 60 versus 24 sounds crazy.
Yeah.
But reality is, it should have been 60 from day one.
It's a 60 buck clean, yeah.
It probably should be more than 60, probably. It's like
just-
the worst
again, I
fucking
just
job in the
don't-
world.
Mate, it's horrendous.
I just
There's no
don't
point
think
having a
they're
roof.
worth doing a lot of the time because it's just like someone guy of a fucking massive manor, like an old school manor, single pane glass. Even though I asked him are they single pane on the phone, he said no, but I turned up and they were single pane. Anyway, this place was like huge. His bathroom was the size of my house, like just giant. And I probably could have charged him £1,000, but I was just like, I don't think it's not worth it. Like,
Don't want the job, yeah.
One, the risk of the guys breaking the glass, like it's a ball ache because I'm probably going to have to buy some window cleaning ladders to be able to get to some of the internal windows and stuff like that. And it's just, you're better off having 10, 25 quid houses.
Mate, I totally agree.
Like
Do you guys do internals?
Very rarely. Basically, if you're a really good customer, then we might
You
do
don't
the odd
advertise.
thing
If you
for
don't advertise it,
No.
no.
And it's normally like we'll just do, like if they want their bifolds done or something. But generally speaking, no. Like, unless it's commercial. We do a lot. Do internal.
I was just about to ask you about commercial. How's that looking for you?
We don't do a lot of it, but the ones we have are really good.
Yeah?
So
Is it regular or one-offs or?
No, they're all regular. So, and it's the small ones that do you well, right? So like we do like a, it's not screw fix, but it's like screw fix electric version. What are they called?
CEF?
CEF, yeah. It takes literally 10 minutes and we charge them 60 quid a go, 6 weekly. And it's
in
just
and out.
like, you send the invoice, okay, you wait 30 days, but it's just every 30 days. I think they're one of our like highest paying customers, and it takes us probably less time than any other window cleaning customer we have.
Do you find your commercial stuff, they're not always keen on 6 weeks, right? Some of them want weekly,
No.
2 weekly, 3 weekly. Do you accommodate that, or is it like,
so
if you don't fit in our round?
We do like an office block, and they have it done every quarter on the outside. Every 8 weeks on the outside, inside every other 8 week. So every 16 weeks and outside, and then we empty the gutters as well. So they have quite a lot going
And
on.
then you just fit that in like an ad hoc, really. Like,
Yeah, the guys get there at 5 in the morning and just bash it out before they get in.
how many do you send to that job?
All of them.
All 5. And how much is that job then? Is that if they're just doing the outside, still all 5 of them?
No.
No.
So if they're doing the insides, I say all 5. I would send all 5 now. At the time, it was free.
Yeah.
Mate, I bet that looks elite in the car park at 5 a.m. Just 5 pot vans.
Actually, we haven't even done it at 4 vans yet, so it was 3 people. But I would send 2 or 3 of them to do 2 of them to do the outside, 1 each side. When we're doing the insides, I would go and help them. So it was 4 of us really, because the inside windows take the longest because they've got a lot of them. But we just use those pads on a pole. They are a hack. Like, they are so quick. I would put a challenge out there. There's no matter how long you've been doing traditional window cleaning, you won't.
I don't think it really warrants a traditional clean on the inside of a commercial.
Is that on a
telescopic?
on your telescopic pole?
Yeah, you just the little Velcro pads that you.
I've got a bunch downstairs.
I've seen them. Yeah.
And you just effectively rub
spray a bit of pure on it.
No, because actually I found
dry buff it, mate. That's the hack, bro.
Dry buff,
yeah.
And you can do a window in as quick as literally as quick as you can go up and down it.
Quicker than wall-fed pole.
Move along. Yeah.
I've got to go do that one that I fucked up this week.
Mate, dry buff it, you'll be easy.
Yeah, that's why. I bought all the stuff.
It's not like you're in a shop where kids are touching it and stuff.
No
one in office is touching the windows. So once you've done the first one, where it maybe takes you a bit longer,
high level stuff.
Or if you get you might go to an office and there's a bum cheek on the window, then
yeah, you lick that bit.
It's on the scanner.
Yeah, I don't mind doing the internal commercials as long as it's not.
As long as the AC's on and the radio's on, mate, I love internals.
It's the problem with doing it in people's houses. There's shit everywhere.
They never move anything from the sides.
You turn up and they're chaining fags, and it's just like, I don't want to be in that.
I do it's my auntie's dad. It's not my side of the family, other side of the family. He's a lovely bloke, but he smokes a pipe. Right?
What, a crack pipe?
Could be. He's a bit loopy, but he smokes his pipe indoors. There's obviously no filter on the pipe, yeah. So his neck curtains are yellow. Well, that's how bad. First time I done it, just black, black and gold water running off the windows. All the frames are black and gold. And I was like, this is not the one. They want me back to do it again, but I don't charge him anywhere near enough. He was one of my first customers as well. Walked into that, I was like, yeah. Brilliant.
That's like learning on hard mode, isn't it? Yeah. That's like the worst one to learn on.
Yeah. So when you're getting your second boy?
So round values hit 192. I want to get the round value to 200 grand, really. I think I'll hit 800 customers before we get to 200 grand. Because we're at about 770 at the moment. So I've only got 30 customers. Initially I said 800 customers. But then I'm going to be at 197. I'm like, that just sucks. So I'm just going to wait until it's at 200. That case, in reality, that's full time for 2 vans. Yeah. Once the new guy's up and running, there shouldn't be any I need to get a bunch of work in to fill up the van. It should be full. The problem I've got at the moment is I need a bullseye.
a bullseye.
Yeah, I can't be cycling through shitty staff members.
Oh,
because I want to expand into this new area, which I need to be freed up to do, because I'm going to just handle all the first cleans, and then once they're done, I'll just add them into their regular rounds. No issues. I think there's going to be a lot of driving. It doesn't make sense to me to take 2 clockwork earners out of, £500 to £600 a day to send them to go and do 10 first cleans that are like 10 minutes apart from each other, because it's a brand new area. It's not like we're adding to something we've already got.
So do you not think, just if you hired that person now and you could immediately start generating extra income for you, then it would sort of fill that shortfall that you're trying to wait
That is an option, but I need money to do that. That's like
Just print it, mate.
Yeah. You want to give me a loan? So the idea was, we were profiting quite well at the moment. So the idea was, if I can do like another month and a half before we get to that point, then that's like a month and a half's worth of. I want to do a 3K a month Facebook campaign. Yeah. Like once the new guy's up and running, I've got to find time to go out and do the round we're buying with the guy we're buying it from. He does like 10 jobs a day over 8 weeks. So I'm going to have to be like, we need to double up on this.
Yeah.
Like, I need that done in 4 weeks, or I'll come out with you every other day or whatever.
Wait, sorry, I missed that. You're going to hire someone. Say that again.
So I need to be freed up to hit this new area.
Yeah.
But I also need to find time to go out and do this. I'm going to go with the guy we're buying the round from at the end of the year, 500 customers.
Right. Yeah.
I'm going to go out and clean them and try and meet as many of the customers as possible.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to mitigate as much loss as possible. So he spent 12 months telling them that he's retiring at the end of the year. Curbside are taking over. It's all arranged. I want to meet as many of them as I can. I'll then add them to our system and text them all and say, we've just been out with Paul over the last 8 weeks. We've met as many of you as possible. We can't wait to take over. Blah, blah, blah. A couple of things you should know about us. We work in the rain, if he doesn't do that. We are going to be faster than Paul because he's 60 and we're not. I'll word this better probably. He's nearly dead.
He's almost dead, man.
Yeah. I'll word it nicer. And just give them a little bit of information about how we work. We do automatic payments, so there'll be a text about that, closer to the time. Closer to December, we'll send out your first clean date. Because obviously, all of his work, 4/5 of it, so 400 customers are in one town. That obviously aren't going to be due because he spreads it over 8 weeks. So I need to work out who's going to come forwards based on when they're due and who's going to come backwards. He works on pen and paper. So it's a big fucking job, right? I then need to work out whether I need another staff member come like January to handle all that.
You know what? If you scanned that, if his handwriting is half decent, if you scan that...
No.
Well, still.
Do you reckon AI would do that?
That, bro, I've thought of every single possible way to speed this up.
Mate, Fiverr, surely.
Oh yeah, just get someone to
But then I've got to take photos of every page and send it over to him.
Yeah, well, that ain't going to take long.
By the time I've done that, I'll probably just... I can put them straight into Squeegee
There'll
as
be
well.
some data entry person on Fiverr that'll do it.
Yeah, potentially.
And then once it's in a spreadsheet, then...
I think he's going to put it in a spreadsheet for me anyway.
Yeah, and then you can just split it into AI.
Yeah, I can just put it straight into Squeegee.
Yeah.
I'll put it in like a special round and then...
Is there a way you can just drop it straight in, or have you manually got to
Yeah, no, you can drop it straight into it'll create a round, so I'd create it as like Paul's round. So all jobs will go into Paul's round, so I can message them all, but then I'll have to drop them into the round that they're going into.
No, I mean like taking them from a spreadsheet into Squeegee.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, is manually
No.
dragging address, dragging
No,
this.
you upload the spreadsheet to Squeegee and it adds them all in one way.
That's good.
Assuming you've put them in
the correct categories.
Yeah. There's a template you can download from the settings.
Mate, that's incredible.
Yeah, so I've got to find time for all that. So if I'm fucking around replacing staff members because the first guy I take on shit, it's going to cock that up a little bit.
I think you'd always run into that problem.
And then I think if I don't take someone on in January, like I'm going to be 6 weeks behind, which is like crazy because we're a 4 and 8 week company.
I mean, it's always a gamble.
Yeah.
Like it literally, and you're probably not going to get another Elliot.
No.
The truth is, like
No.
Liam. But
Elliot's a nice benchmark.
Where Liam is one of the youngest of the crew, and he's just fast, right? Like he's just full of energy and just has the ability physically to do it, right? But that I can't set the benchmark for everyone based on like Usain Bolt, right?
No.
Like it's just never going to happen. You're going to have the slowest person and the fastest person and everything in between.
There has to be a bottom line.
Yeah, there's
right?
got to be a bottom ladder for sure.
So like, the bottom ladder's 500 quid a day.
Yeah.
Once, as soon as you can get to there and you're not like a cunt with the customers.
I'd always recommend doing a trial, 100%
Yeah.
trial.
Yeah.
Every time I've done a trial, it's come out.
Is it been glaringly obvious?
Yeah. Like some people just can't do it. Like they just
like a
do
hand-eye
not
coordination
have,
thing.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
just don't have it. I went out with this guy, and it was like he had, what's that thing when you shake? I mean, yeah, it was. But
Do you think he was nervous?
No, but it was like two left hands. Like he literally couldn't do it. And you tell him, and sometimes it's not even that they physically can't do it; it's that they don't listen to instruction, right? So you'd say to them, "Do it this way,"
and they do
just
it completely
ignore it.
different.
And you're just thinking you're not listening,
I've
you're
just
not
told you,
improving, you're not taking on board what's being said. Whereas you take someone out, everyone looks stupid at the beginning. Like everyone looks like you think, "Fucking hell, this guy can't do this." But then you notice that they're listening to what you're saying, and each step they start to do the thing that you said better and better and better, and then it all just comes together and just works, right? Then it's just about speed.
So you do a 1 day trial. After that, you're happy.
Well,
if you're happy,
I've normally it's like 2 hours.
Okay.
I'll go out and do like 5 or 6 houses with them, and in that time, it either becomes obvious or not.
Right. So you just do a little 2 hour trial. If you're happy with them, and you offer them the job.
Well, I very rarely say to them there and then. I always think about it.
Right.
But then
Let the boner go down.
Yeah.
Mate, you play hard to get even with staff, don't you?
No, just whenever you do gut decisions like that, it always ends up
bad.
Yeah.
And then
they might go away and say
it's not
things
for
like
me.
that and say, no, it's
Yeah.
not for me. But then they feel compelled because you've offered them the job, right? And they said yes. So sometimes it's best to just let these things.
After that trial, then, what would it look like if you said yes to them? They come with you for a couple of weeks?
Yeah, at the moment they would. Well, it used to be they would come out with me for 2 weeks, right, and then they'd go off on their own. But the last lad, James, he came out with me for 2 days, showed him the basics, just real slow, not going fast at all, like 8 to 10 jobs, and then he spent 2 days with all the other guys, and they would just pass on their
Little
Tips and tricks.
I don't know if I would necessarily do that again, though.
What? Why?
I would want
All the bad habits and all.
Well, because you want consistency, right, in what someone's telling you. So I would always want them to spend, well, not always, eventually I won't be able to do it, but I think 2 days with me for the baseline, like this is how we operate, this is what we do, this is my standards. And then I would put them in for like a week, 2 weeks with one person, because then the message that they're being given is the same, because everyone does it slightly different, like they get their own flair.
Yeah.
And if for 2 days someone's telling you to do this, and then you go to the next person and they're saying, no, do it this way, and then they're saying, do it this way, it gets confusing. But I would still, after they've spent like a week and a half, 2 weeks with someone, I would still want them to spend a day with everyone, just so they get to know them.
Yeah.
Everyone else gets to see what they're about.
We could do a day with everyone and then let them choose who they want to go for 2 weeks with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would probably pick Phil, to be honest, the older, mature guy. Sorry. No, the experienced chap.
Has he been window cleaning before?
He'd done a bit before, but it's just, age brings wisdom and just...
Patience.
Yeah, he was in the army.
So if they fuck about, you can kill him.
Yeah. Colour sergeant. So he's used to dealing with people and everything else. So it's just like he's the right guy for that sort of thing, right?
Colour sergeant? Is that quite high up?
It's like staff sergeant. It's full. I might have got that wrong. He'll kill me if I've got it wrong. I think it's like the full frank up infantry. I'm pretty sure I'm right. I could be completely wrong.
I'll send it to him after this.
Yeah, but then after that, they just go in the van on their own, and I'll give them like £250 for the first day, and I just creep it up by 50 quid a day until they get to where they need to be. And if
So
they
you
need
do
a bit
250
longer,
one day, 300 the next day. There's no like 250 for a week, 300 for a week, 350 for a week.
no, that's not what
Just-
I've done anyway.
no.
I mean, if you have to tweak it, you have to tweak it, give them a bit longer or whatever. But
What do you do in in that situation? New guy, 250 a day, but he's all right.
yeah,
Say finishes at 12.
oh no, I mean, if that happened, it'd
You
be
do-
doing
you're
other
like-
people's jobs.
He would then carry on do some more. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but that's why the system works, right? Because if I give him a £450, £500 day and he can't hack it, well, the cavalry will come in and help.
Yeah.
And then way more.
So is there much point giving him a 250 day?
Yeah, because I say to them on the first day when it's on your own, doing the van, doing everything on your own, I'm like, just go slow.
Yeah.
Do not try and finish early. Use the whole day. Just take your time, figure it out, get it all right. Like, this is your day to just be really casual and just get your foot in. And I think it works.
And you
but-
whip them at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Is there any like boundaries on age? Like obviously on the young side that you won't take.
No, he ain't got boundaries in age.
Mate, that was horribly worded, wasn't it? Quick though, quick for you.
So my new fleet insurance allows me to have 17-year-olds now, but
Yeehaw.
I don't think I'd want to go much below 21 really. Like, there will be people out there that will prove me wrong, and Liam was one of those people, right? And I had real skepticism about him when I first hired, because I was like, he's super young,
How old is he?
but he
How old is he?
was like 22, 23 at the time, I think. But he was one of the ones that phoned me as I was doing interviews, actually. And it was on the day of the interviews. He phoned me like, I've seen your job, I really like it, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, can you get here in the next hour? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, cool, come for an interview. And he got the job.
Hey, what result?
Yeah.
Mate, that is, I love that story.
Yeah.
Mate, I think that's
But
brilliant.
that's why I'm like...
Wait, big up Liam.
Because, and I think that...
Do you want a
like,
job?
he comes across as a really good guy, but also he put in the effort, right? And I'm pretty sure Phil did as well. Or Daniel, one of them did. But, like, they're all great. Like, I don't want it to sound like the Liam show. It's not the Liam show. They're all really, really good. Like, I rate every single one of them.
This is the Ben Potter show.
The Ben Potter show.
Yeah, we're all
My
just,
name is
we're
on
all
the
just
van.
guests. Yeah. We're all living in Ben's world.
Yeah.
Elliot's same age as Liam. Ish.
Yeah.
He's a year older.
There is something to be said for the youth in this game. Like, but the
I
problem
think it's
is...
the attitude. It's anything to do with age.
No, but I mean, just being young and like physically able to
Yeah, they
operate
haven't
at
worked
that.
out how bad life is yet. have
Yeah,
they?
their joints
So
are not destroyed and everything else. But
they're still small at that age, didn't they?
yeah, but the problem is that unfortunately, like, people in that age category have got a bad rap because they just don't get out of bed. A lot of them.
No.
Like, they just don't.
A lot of them are bad.
And and that's my red lines. I tell them in an interview, I've got 2 red lines that will see you fired really quickly. If don't turn up,
Or if you tell someone.
if you don't keep
Can you keep a secret? Yeah.
Well, actually,
First interview question.
Funny enough, it's the opposite if you lie to me, right? So those are my red lines, because I give them a lot of autonomy. Like, I do not breathe down their neck. I leave them to get on with the job. They can make decisions and choose whether to do something or not, and they're just left to get on with it. But if you like smash someone's vehicle up or smash someone's glass up and you try and hide it, or you just lie to me in general, like, that trust barrier for me is now broken, and you're a dead man walking at that point. Like, I'm going to get you out. If you come to me and say I've fucking rolled the van 10 times, I'm going to go, dickhead, all right, let's sort it out. But
Mate, that's fair. Like, you can't argue, can
yeah,
you?
they're
That's so
the
fair.
2 lines. Like, they're those 2 things will get you fired super quick with me. Everything else we can work out.
What was the first one? Not turning up?
Just not turning up, yeah.
And like no warning, no nothing?
Yeah, like, obviously people get sick and stuff. I'm not
Yeah.
saying you can't ever go off sick or whatever, but if you just like, I couldn't get up in time or whatever, that's just, to me, is like, that's not an excuse.
So the lads have got X amount to do in a day, right?
Yeah.
So do you stipulate the time they start, or is it just as long as it's done?
Nope. They have to be at the first job at 7:30.
And that's all you have?
That's all I set. They decide everything else themselves.
And can they sort their day out, as in, like, geographically what house is first and where they're
Yeah,
going?
but I mean, if you're not doing it optimal, I'm going to say something. But
Yeah.
I'd honestly, like, throughout the day, I have very little input into what they do.
If they want a doctor's appointment, they just do that.
Well, if they can physically do it. I mean,
Yeah. Well, they said to you, Ben, you've given me something. I need to go to the doctors.
Well, I need to cover the tracks.
I think I've caught something off you. I need to go to the doctors. I've managed to get an appointment Thursday at 11 o'clock. Is that all right?
I mean, if you give me notice.
Yeah,
but,
sweet.
I mean, the type of guys they are, I'd expect them to actually, and they do, turn around and say to me, I've got a dentist appointment. I've booked it for as late as I can.
Yeah.
It's at 3 o'clock. Can you make sure I don't have too many jobs so I can get to it at that time? That's cool, right? But like most people book it midday. Oh, I've got to go midday. Well, you could have booked a late one, couldn't you? And done most of the day. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, I think that's great. It's good culture. Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, just like do a good day's work hard for me, and I'll pay you and look after you as much as I can within the boundaries of like what's financially possible. It's me. It's probably them. You're probably ringing me non-stop while I'm doing this, while I'm talking about you.
What time do they work? Well, the first job for
No,
7:30.
it's not them.
When do they finish? What's the finish time?
So the
when you
hours
stop
are
paying them?
9:30. At the moment, they've been going till quite late. But normally they, like, if you look at their hour sheet, they probably average outside of this crazy period about 8 hours, 8.5, and that's with travel time.
So about
included.
4 o'clock, 3:30, 4 o'clock.
Yeah, about 3:30-ish.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
Totally.
Do you keep track, even though they're salary based? Do you keep track of their hours?
Yeah.
What reason?
Well, just to make sure it's fair.
So that they can't turn around and go, "Oh, I've worked loads this week." You can go, "Well, actually, over the month you've done."
Yeah. So I mean, definitely they've done more this last 2 and a bit months for sure. But if you go back over the last 10 months, they probably owe me way more technically than what they've done extra in these last 3 months. So I just always say to them, look, like as long as it's always sort of swing pendulums backwards and forwards, like sometimes you do more, sometimes you finish early, and I don't dock you for that. But at the same time,
I don't expect you for it,
you to
yeah.
like cap in hand for like you've done an extra hour. Where's my extra hour pay?
Yeah.
Because if you want to play that game,
Yeah,
I
we
can play
can
that
play it,
game.
yeah.
Like,
You'll
I've got
lose.
no issue,
Yeah.
but you'll probably end up with less money over the year.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, if
It's
someone
just like a
was
bit of a
funny about
respect
it,
thing.
I'd be happy to do that. Like if I would benefit from that probably.
Yeah. Did anyone ever say anything?
No, but I mean, if it carried on like it was now for
Yeah, I
like
think-
another
I think
8
it's
months,
fair enough,
100%.
though, yeah.
But yeah, because it would be completely the opposite way.
Yeah. There's no roundabouts, is there?
No.
What time are you in the office in the morning?
I mean, I'm up at like 6 every day, out of bed. I don't always go to the office. If I'm going to the office, I'll get up earlier, but I'm at the computer for about 7:30, basically when they start actually cleaning.
You don't go to the office every day?
No.
Got office at home? Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I think the second
It's where the
location-
RC digger is as well, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's where the RC digger as well.
It is.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Mate, it's fucking way bigger than I thought it was
Is
going to
it?
be. It's fucking huge.
Yeah, well, he's got to dig the ground, isn't it?
It's 30 kilograms.
Yeah, it wouldn't.
Is it steel? Is it like the bucket steel and all that, or is it plastic?
Yeah, it's completely metal.
It
Is it
wouldn't,
really?
It wouldn't break into the ground if it weren't heavy, would it?
Well, no.
I don't think it's an actual digger, bro.
It is, bruv. You've not seen the
It's
video?
it's a remote controlled one.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you
it's-
pick up sand, yeah? You're not digging
No,
holes.
It digs
No.
holes in the
Shut
ground,
up.
bro.
It's
Mate, that's elite.
It's hydraulic, like full hydraulic.
No way.
Mate, there's a guy who's like Ben's idol or something. He had like the fucking tipper lorry. He had the excavator.
Oh, I've seen them, and they have like the little
And then he
orange
had the
lights on the
belt
top.
where
don't
like the digger put the dirt on the belt and then
Yeah,
it
yeah.
went through the thing, all toy.
they? Mate, no way.
All RC.
Mate, did they have like a duck in like the
There
bath?
was no trains, bro.
Oh, right, okay.
Don't get too excited.
No, they're like rocked up, and I was like, I thought it was going to be like this. It's
Yeah.
like this, mate. Like it's fucking big.
Do you sit on it?
Well, you could, I guess, but
Mate, how cool
Have
is
you
that?
used it yet? Like,
yeah,
you
I
dug a
needed to
hole?
get more batteries. It went for a battery in like 10 minutes,
What batteries does it take?
like lipo ones.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Like vape ones?
No, like the like flat packet ones
Oh,
that you
yeah,
could
yeah.
puncture, sort of thing.
Lipo.
Yeah, you must have heard. You know, like they're literally like little bricks. Almost.
Yeah.
They're like folded.
They're not.
aren't they?
You
They're like-
recharge them though, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mate, how cool is that? That's well good.
Well, they'd be like 8 hours recharge.
What do you do? Like
make
make it just like move a load of pound coins you got in the office,
It's to move
or just like gold bullion. Yeah.
Have you dug a hole with it? Though?
Yeah.
And it's like fucking
Yeah,
nuts.
it goes through it like
Yeah?
it digs like easy.
Mate, that's so
Where'd you get it? Is it like a proper
Just
like?
from China, yeah.
Mate, how cool's that?
It's fucking expensive.
Why haven't you sent any pictures in or videos?
Yeah, innit?
I did. I
You
put
sent a
one
picture
up.
of on the table.
Yeah.
I want to see it digging a hole, bro.
Well, I was playing with it and then the battery ran out. Like fucking
How much is it?
1,800 quid.
Yeah, but it's elite though,
Not
isn't
too
it?
bad actually. I thought you were going to say like $5,000.
They do sell some for £5
Yeah, I bet they
Those
do.
ones
Just get a real one.
I mean, at that point, they are basically just diggers.
Yeah, they're
like
just
they are just a
small-scale
mini
diggers.
fucking digger.
Yeah.
Like you
Mate,
can probably
how
get a real digger for cheaper, to be honest.
Mate, how cool's that?
Mate,
Not my brother.
You have your train set, I'll have my digger set, and we can create like a railroad.
you could get a couple of those cargo train things.
What do you mean? Like
It
the miniature ones?
could dig
I
like
could-
the coal out of the
I
garden
could
and
fill
like
up
put
your-
it in.
Mate, I love them. Mate, listen, I know everyone's going to love this, yeah, but like if I ever go somewhere and they've got a miniature train, I'll get on it. Mate, I love them. Bro, do you not do them? Like, you
Yeah,
know,
I
when
get
they
on
go
it with my
like...
kid.
Yeah, mate, I think they're brilliant. And they're like steam engine ones.
No, they are good.
Yeah, I've got a kid now, so you can stop telling people.
That's why I had him.
You can stop telling people like
Yeah.
you want to do it. Just stop.
I was like, I'm
pretending.
taking my kid. They're like, Dan, you left him on the platform, bro.
I looked at how much those tracks are crazy. Like you're talking about like 400 quid a metre
Really?
to do the like proper sit on ones.
Oh, the small little toy ones.
Yeah, the ones you can sit on.
Yeah.
They're super expensive.
Mate, they're so cool, mate. They're so cool, them trains.
It'd be like it's commercial though, isn't it? Like you'd get money back.
Well,
Unless you just put it in
my
your garden, yeah.
No. Just pay myself. Oh, this is worth it.
Every time it's like swear jar. Every time you use it, you just put a pound in.
Yeah.
What about
pound in the
your,
pot.
is it called a microlight?
Paramotor.
Paramotor.
I haven't had the time. I haven't used it for well over a year.
Have you not?
No, I haven't got the time. With the kid, to be fair, it's not so much the business, it's the kid. Like, you work and then you come home and then it's just like,
Just get rid of him, bruv. Mate, he's holding you back from your dreams.
How old's he now?
just turned 3.
Oh, bless.
Great age.
Yeah, I mean, he's good. He's great fun, but they just take so much of your time.
They start getting very demanding at 3.
Yeah, you play with me,
Yeah.
and then you obviously, like, you say no and you feel guilty as fuck, so you just
Yeah.
say yes. So it's just, you can't win.
Got another couple of years of that. Then they start like not caring.
Yeah, and there's no end.
They just
to
want to
it.
watch TV
There's no
and
end to the
iPad.
amount that they want to play either.
Really?
You can do 2 hours solid, and then you go, right, just give me 10 minutes, and he's like, no. It's like, I can only do this so many times.
Mate, the trick is to go to the office. Why are you getting
No.
get rid of the home
Well,
office?
I have a outside office in the garden, so it's not too bad when I'm
Still
out there.
too close, I think.
Yeah,
You need a good 10-minute drive at least.
yeah.
And they don't just pop in
10-minute drive.
at least. No popping in. No should we just swing around and see Daddy? Because it's like fucking effort. Get down the road. Nah, I'll be home soon. Don't worry.
What's the, what do you reckon the saturation period is for where you are now? At your main base?
So I don't think someone is going mental on my phone.
Don't take it. We can pause.
I actually don't want to go realistically above 8 to 10 vans in a hub. I think that's like the sweet spot for maintaining culture and not having to then have layers of like administration, or not administration, but management.
Yeah.
I think at the 8-10 spot, give or take, will be like the perfect sweet spot, and then I'll just put it into profit mode and just up prices, condense things, get rid of the dodgy customers.
What's the plan to condense? So this is like realistically, you want to condense.
Mm-hmm.
You can't carry on just throwing shit at Facebook hoping that it condenses, right? It's got to be canvassing
Well,
or
you say
targeted
that, but
leafleting.
the more you do it, like if you go from 1,000 customers in a town to 2,000, like you're going to have condensing.
Yeah, but
there,
again,
right?
that's just like hoping that the next job that comes in is close to another one.
So I guess when I'm saying condensing, I mean like doing away with the periphery
Right.
work and just really centralising into the main cities or larger towns on the outskirts, and just doing away with like.
Because it would
anything
make
that's-
sense, right, to take in-house, have like an in-house salesperson
Yeah,
who 3 days a week goes out and just knocks.
yeah. I just think that's
bunch of houses
probably
either
the
side.
toughest fucking person to hire ever. I just think that is like...
I'd see, in my head, if you could get like someone like Joe, who came on from Patch, young lad, full of energy, happy to knock on doors, really friendly guy, would be probably over the moon with like a 35, 40k a year salary, and then just have sales targets. Like, you've got to bring in 120k a year of business minimum. That's a no-brainer, right? Like, out of their, their sales attack.
Are you talking about in terms of condensing?
Yeah. So
like
not maybe you give them a job 2 days a week to follow up old leads or something, but from the canvassing or cold call outreach into corporate companies or following up dead leads, they've got to bring in an additional 120k a year business, and just condenses it in.
I will never say never, but I think you can, like because I could go further, right? Because you could then say, well, how about you take your first hub and you split your first hub into 5 hubs, right? So then hire people just in Northampton, Bedford, Peterborough, Milton Keynes, and then there's 0 travel time outside of getting to the jobs in the town, right? Like, so I guess but I don't, you'd have to go to probably 20 vans plus in that area to make that worthwhile, splitting them up even further like that. I just think that, like, the pricing side of things, there is way less price consciousness than people in this industry think. There are people in the areas that I work that charge 15 quid for a house that I charge 24 for.
Yeah.
They will probably look me in the face and say, you'll never get that price.
Yeah.
But I've got 5 vans and you have 1.
Yeah.
Like, shake your head. Like that. And I could probably add another 2 quid onto my prices tomorrow and still get relatively the same number of customers sign up. I might get slightly higher churn or whatever, but the extra price increase across all those customers would probably far outweigh that.
Yeah.
So I think once you get to a point where your customer base is quite, mature, they've all been with you for over a year, if not more, just to keep upping the prices by 10% a year, and then suddenly those £500 days turn into 600, 650, 700, and you keep it that 8 to 10 van number, whereby you only need 1 supervisor, which could probably be one of the window cleaners. You throw them an extra £8,000 a year to do that. You can keep the centralised office, whereas if you went to 20 vans plus, you're going to probably need 2 extra layers of management to look after those people. So that's sort of the plan, really. Like, don't go crazy trying to milk the area for as many vans as possible.
No, I completely agree with you.
So
I think that's a great idea.
Mate, I think it just sounds like so easy, doesn't it?
it is
I know it sounds crazy, but like,
when
this conversation is just like...
It's like, just do this.
This industry, blow everyone's mind, is easy. Like, it is.
Yeah.
Physically, and just doing the work and managing it, no.
Yeah, finding staff,
actually doing the work is not... I'm not saying that's easy.
Scaling the business.
But the scaling this business, this business and this model is very, very copy-paste. Once you've figured out how to do it, it's so repeatable, and you can repeat it basically anywhere in the country over and over and over again. It's super scalable, and it's super predictable.
Yeah, and it's super safe.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with Elliot today, and he was like, what could go wrong? Like, for us to lose like customers, like nearing 800. I was like, realistically, like, I'd have to do something like super retarded to lose like a big chunk of customers.
Yeah,
like,
if I stopped advertising today and never did another one again, I might have to, every year or so get rid of a window cleaner, but I could just, the business could keep going for probably 5 years.
Yeah, and you'd get natural jobs come in as well.
Like, it's super predictable, consistent, and like you say, unless you did something really fucked up, or like,
I think even if you doubled your
really
prices, you'd probably end up with some customers.
Yeah, I think you'd probably lose like only 30%.
Maybe. No, I think if you doubled, I think it'd be a bit more than that.
I don't know. Well, yeah.
I'd love to try it.
Double's a bit much, but
like, my ADHD brain wants me to just do it.
Yeah, but you would probably still be left with, like, out of 2,000 odd customers.
I mean, you've got 50% to lose before you've even lost any money.
Yeah.
It's a big percentage.
But it is, when you actually talk it out and think about it and plan it out, like, it isn't a complicated thing. But that doesn't mean the, like, implementation is easy.
It's not complicated, but it's difficult.
It's easy when all the back end stuff's taken care of, yeah?
Yeah.
Like your tank's not ratchet strapped in and your battery's always charged, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
When all that's lined up, then yeah.
But crucially, you need either money or profit, right? Like, because doing all these things, like, if I was to open a hub with no real money, that's an hour and a half away, that would be fucking hard. Because I'm either having to travel an hour and a half each way to, like, clean these houses until I've got enough houses to hire someone, or, well, you just couldn't do it any other way if you didn't have the cash, right? And if you don't have enough to throw at it quickly, it's going to take you a year, 2 years to do it.
Potentially longer,
Yeah.
depending on your experience level.
Unless you get a hotel there for a couple of months and just knock doors every day yourself. But then you've got to eventually start cleaning them yourself, and
That would fall on its head pretty quick.
it does make it tricky. But that's what debt is for. That's what crippling.
Oh, it's not for like self-abuse and like unhappiness.
Well, that's like a happy
that was
consequence.
it's just like the bit that comes afterwards. Should we just go get some more debt?
Mate, I went limited today, so I'm ready to...
Oh yeah,
ready,
Dan's gone limited, so now he's going to go get fucking credit
Mate, I've got to pop my credit cherry, bro.
Yeah, use my code.
Use my code.
Here you go. Watch this, right?
I need the points.
Capital on tap. Why don't you sell it? Put it in the
Yeah, probably should actually.
Yeah.
But then, like, should we be advertising financial death to people?
Yeah.
Because, like, realistically, most people aren't going to use it sensibly.
Yeah, but
And, like, for the 75 quid
You have to
signing
be over
bonus we
18,
get,
right?
it's
So-
like, morally... I only offer it to people that I think are going to be sensible with it.
that's the credit card
Generally,
job, isn't it?
if you've joined the Discord, I feel like you've got half sense brain on you that you want to grow your business and you're not just going to go fucking blow it on like good stuff like drugs and hookers.
You could get 75 quid.
I could get 75 quid. I don't even get 75 quid because it just goes into my points pocket.
Yeah. Or you can get a Tesco shop or something.
No, I'm saving. I'm going to save it up and so maybe like fucking hijack a plane or something. What a way to go. I didn't even pay for this flight.
Joke's on you, look.
I just paid for this flight with like unlimited amount of stress. Come on.
Just led me to this.
Yeah. I earned this. I deserve it. Yeah, no, so, you know, you put it in the description and you just get a bunch of people.
Easy.
And then they're like, oh, the Uncleanables ruined my life. And I'm like, mate, join the club.
That makes
Like,
3
I'm
of us.
the president.
That makes 3 of us.
I'm going to get fucking jumpers made. But yeah, so, yeah, it's a good idea. And I know you mentioned it to me like when we very first met.
You're a
Like,
huge
you've
advocate.
been wanting me to like scam people for like 3 years.
I know.
Mate, drop the capital on tap. Drop the capital on tap. But you're a huge advocate. Not a huge advocate, but you're an advocate for debt, yeah? Debt's good for business. You need it to
Debt
grow.
is good if, and only if, it is going to be used to increase your revenue. Because the
Oh, so
debt
not
you-
drugs and hookers.
side gig. That's the point. That's
Where's the
what points
caveat
are
for that?
Yeah. No,
Depends,
so
like, are the hookers window cleaning customers?
Yeah.
Because, like,
if you took out 50 grand loan and that loan costs you, say, 1,500 quid a month to service, right? But you use that money to increase your revenue by 8 grand and it spins off 3 grand profit, random numbers, but let's just go with it. That debt is now servicing itself with the increase in revenue from using that to grow your business and more, right? So you can't look at commercial or business debt in the same way you do personal, because it's not the same. You get personal debt, you can't do anything to increase your wealth or your wealth creation in of yourself, you know? Like if I take a 20 grand loan and buy a car or whatever, that's not going to make me earn more money at work.
makes you look cool, though.
Makes you look cool, gives you brownie points
Yeah,
or
yeah.
man points, but you can't spend those. Whereas if you use it in a business setting that can generate extra revenue, it should in theory pay for itself if you do it right and plan it right.
Yeah, totally.
So I've taken loads of debt. I would take more debt. If someone offered me £1 million in debt, I'd take it. because I know I can put it to use, you know.
So if you've got £1 million,
Yeah.
send it Ben's way. He promises not to spend it all on RC diggers.
Yeah. Not just
Only a
little bit.
couple.
Well, you know, it's just a bit of the cream.
Just some.
But I've also put in a lot of my own money. Like, you could buy a house with the money that I've spent on the business. And I'm not over-exaggerating.
Really?
Not here, you couldn't, but
No,
where I live.
in the garden.
Yeah.
The Wendy one.
Is that house price? Is that different to you? Where you are? You're only 2 hours away, aren't you?
Yeah, a 3-bed in my area is like anywhere from 220 to 260.
Oi, lock in. You're on easy mode.
You should have 10 of them.
I bought my house
10 exit, level
10
up.
years ago for 280 grand, and it's a 5-bedroom house.
Really? What's that now? Got to be 400.
Yeah, it's probably pushing close to 500 or something. But,
Mate, go on the boy. Nice.
but like, you bought that same house here, probably well over a
8,
million.
900.
Yeah.
Mate, it's outrageous down here.
5 beds around here are pricey.
And yeah, that's probably kind of why we hate our lives when the customers moan over like a £3 price increase
Yeah,
or like
yeah.
a £3 thing, because it's like, mate, your house is
Mate,
worth.
I ain't
like,
even got one of the shit houses, let alone one of the good ones.
That's why they're poor, right? That's why they moan. Because they're just like...
I ain't even got a front door, bro, and you're moaning about £3 a month.
I didn't clean your front door because it gives me PTSD, you cunt.
That's why I stare at you all sat at the dinner table. I want this.
I want a nice family that loves me.
I cry in the tree every night and you don't even know I'm there.
You know what?
See, you're not the first person to be disappointed in me.
Mum! Oh,
That's probably a hack, right? You piss off a customer, just start doing that, they're going to be like, look, it's all right.
Yeah,
just
fine, like, I'll pay you a tip.
Yeah.
Here's a tip. Yeah, that might just be my go-to response. Like, oh, you've got spots on your windows. Mate, I ain't even got windows. What are you talking about?
There's my
Just be
tent.
happy with what you've
I had to
got.
sell the glass for beans.
Like, I turned up and I cleaned them. It's not my fault they were shit. It's probably your fault. Mate, maybe if you was less moany and more positive, like, you'd have a better window cleaner.
Yeah.
Now you're stuck with me. No one else wants you. Mate, now I feel like I'm flirting.
Why am I erect?
I need to go for a piss.
Yeah, let's wrap it up because
right.
we're going to.
Well, now we're just talking shit at this point.
This is where it gets good. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Uncleanables podcast. We're all going to go for a wee and probably get some
Mate, it's
dinner.
my third piss. I've just like,
Yeah,
it's
don't really do,
unbelievable.
mate.
You know how we
Dan
end it,
probably
yeah?
needs like a prostrate exam.
You know
or
we end
something,
it.
but- yeah, I've been Ryan.
I've been Dan.
I'm in Ben.
And remember, stay cleaning. Well, you bitch.
You slag.
If you've been watching the podcast for a while now and you're serious about growing your business, you need to head over and join the Uncleanables Discord.
We've got 170 plus business owners inside, including multiple 6+ van operators, all sharing real advice, real numbers, and real experiences. No nonsense.
It's just $14.99 a month, which is less than one window clean per month. You'll get guidance, accountability, community-exclusive events, and private discounts with popular brands throughout the year.
And by joining, you'll be supporting the Uncleanables podcast, which ensures myself and Ryan can keep producing top quality content for you guys all year round. So if you want to join, head over to theuncleanables.co.uk/join. We'll see you inside.